Good morning, everybody. I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your day to hop on and learn about a really cool new product that we have here at Capital Sales. It's LeakSmart. We are joined today by Gary Sternberg. Gary, are you there?
I am. Good morning.
Good morning. And just so you guys aware, if you guys are just hopping on, we do have a lot to cover today. And if you guys have any questions, just please post in the questions box. And we'll take as much time as needed after the webinar to answer all your guys' questions. Well, Gary, I'm going to flip it over to you and let you rock and roll and talk about the cool new product, LeakSmart.
All right, very good. Thank you, Chris. And LeakSmart's very excited to be partnering with Capital Sales, and so we thank you for taking time out of your schedule and your busy day to join us this morning to learn about our new product. As each of you are already aware, water is vital to living comfortably in our homes, right? It flows through the core of our house, and it connects to every appliance or almost every appliance that we use on a daily basis. And we know that water is vital to living, yet water in the wrong places can do more harm than good. Maybe you already know this, but water damage is the second most common homeowner insurance claim nationally, and homeowners are 3.5 times more likely to experience water damage than theft. Fire is the most prevalent claim, followed by water, and then theft. A leak, a burst pipe, an open faucet, right? It all causes major damage. The average water damage claim in North America costs more than $8,000. And believe it or not, a water leak occurs in North America every 12 seconds. Water can also be damaging. That's just not to our personal property and our things that are important to us, such as memorabilia, but it can cause bad health issues, such as mold and things of that nature. And so what is damaged often cannot be replaced. Our mission here at LeakSmart is to protect every home and family in the world from catastrophic water damage caused by leaks and floods. And our promise is we're committed to keeping you, your home, and everyone in it safe from devastating water damage with intelligent leak and flood protection. LeakSmart is out to protect those things that people cannot replace, and our products will stop water damage before it even starts. And so what I'd like to do this morning is just give you a quick overview of our products and how they work and how our system works. Our system really only consists of 3 major components if you don't include your smartphone, which is the app. We obviously do have an app for notifications and those kind of things, but our system really consists of 3 formats. It's the sensor, it's the hub, which is the communicator, and then the snap-on controller, which goes onto the main water line. Those 3 items communicate with each other through Zigbee 3.0. And Zigbee 3.0, I'm not that knowledgeable on it. In case you've never heard of it, it's just a radio frequency, right? And so these things communicate through Zigbee, not through the internet or Wi-Fi. And so if the power goes down, if the internet goes down, the home is still 100% protected. So how does the system work? It starts with the LeakSmart valve or the snap-on controller, which is shown in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. This component is just installed on the main water line, on top of the valve. Then you have the sensors. The sensors are shown on the top and bottom left, as well as on the right. And these are just sensors that are placed throughout the home, anywhere that is susceptible to a leak. And the hub, which is positioned on the top right-hand side, as I said earlier, is just sort of the brains of the outfit. It's the communicator. And the sensor, when it detects a leak, it communicates to the hub, and then the hub sends a signal to the valve controller to shut off the main water line. We do have an app, which we'll get into here in a little bit more into the presentation. And then the range extender is shown on the middle side of the left-hand side, and that's just to boost the signal strength as needed. So what we want to do, first of all, is introduce to you the snap. And so the benefits of the snap is that it installs in just that. It installs in a snap. In just a second or two, you can have this connected to your main water line. There are no tools, no need to cut into the pipes. And it fits perfectly. It fits in every space, and it fits at any angle. And it's also strong enough to move, open or close even the toughest valve. So it has industrial strength to it. It also, once it's placed on top of the valve, and it will work on any type of valve, whether it be a ball valve, a gate valve, or a globe valve, it will calibrate itself to the torque required to turn off any type of valve. What you see it on positioned in the picture is a ball valve, and that will then just turn a quarter of a turn to turn off the ball valve. If it was a gate valve, there'd be a different adapter than what you see in the picture, and it would rotate 360 degrees multiple times, turning off the gate valve until the water flow of the main line is shut off completely. And as I said previously, if there's no power, it's not a problem. This system will continue to work. It does have an AC adapter, so it plugs into the electrical outlet, but if power is down for some time, it does have battery backup, and that's why it will work even when the power is down. Some of these key features and benefits we've already talked about, but it does provide the 100% protection with battery backup. The other thing that if the system loses communication, you will receive a notification on your phone saying that the system has lost communication. And so as I mentioned earlier, these components communicate with each other through Zigbee 3.0. The only thing that requires the internet is the hub communicating to the cloud, which communicates to your phone. And so you will receive a lost communication notice if the power or the internet is down. The other thing is that these are ultra scalable and flexible. They work on plumbing that is installed in old homes as well as new homes. And as I said, it works on any type of valve that is in the marketplace. The other key feature is located at the bottom of the screen. It includes a 5-year manufacturer's warranty. Most of the competitive items that are in the marketplace today receive a 1-year warranty, possibly a 2-year. There is no type of warranty out there like this, a 5-year manufacturer's warranty on this product. The other thing that you should know, and is not up on the screen, Interdesign carries a $1 million liability insurance product, so that if anything happens, covered up to $1 million. The second product that we have is what we mentioned is the hub. And the interesting thing about this hub, it has a new built-in Wi-Fi, so it does not need to be plugged into your router. It does not need to be positioned next to your router. You can put it anywhere in the home for optimal coverage and to strengthen the communication. I feel like I'm repeating myself here, but I think it is a key selling point. No power, no Wi-Fi, no problem. This particular unit has a rechargeable battery in it. Again, it plugs into the wall, so when power is up and running, it's running off the electrical current in your home. But should the power go out, the rechargeable battery automatically kicks in, and that rechargeable battery has a 20-year lifespan. The other thing is it has an increased range, and this is in reference to our previous hub, which was the 2.0. This is the hub 3.0. We now, as I said, it communicates through Zigbee, but we're using the latest Zigbee protocol, which is 3.0, and it increases the range and strengthens the communication between all of the components. Again, some of the features and benefits I've already talked about, so I won't spend a lot of time on this slide. But again, it has that 5-year manufacturer's warranty, same as the Snap valve controller. And in fact, all of our products have that 5-year manufacturer's warranty. The third component of the system is the LeakSmart sensor, and this detects leaks, and it also monitors temperatures in your home. It has a built-in thermostat, so if it's underneath the sink in your master bathroom, you can go on the app and see what the temperature is there and see if there's any potential for freezing by looking at the app and seeing what the temperature is. The sensors are placed anywhere there's a source of potential leaks. Washing machine, HVAC, dishwasher, refrigerator, the list goes on. And you place those sensors down on the floor. They have no wires, although it communicates through Zigbee 3.0. It is wireless in the sense that there's no wires connected to it. It operates on 3 AAA batteries. And again, some of the features and benefits I've sort of already spoken to. It detects leaks and monitors temperatures. It also triggers an audible alarm and flashes a blue light when it does come in contact with moisture, but it will send that signal to the hub, which will communicate to the valve to turn off the water in your home. A couple things that you need to know about these sensors are waterproof. There are sensors in the marketplace, competitive sensors, that once it comes into contact with moisture, they're ruined. They can only be used one time. Our sensors are waterproof and can continue to be used. You just dry them off, put it back into position, and these can continue to be used. The other thing that is interesting about our sensors. These can be configured to detect mode or to protect mode. The difference is just what it says. If it's in detect mode, it just notifies you on the app that the water has been detected. It will not shut off your main water line. If you put the sensor in protect mode, it obviously shuts off the main water line once the leak is detected. The interesting point about the sensors is each one operates individually. So you can set the sensor in your HVAC pan to detect only. Just let me know if there's a problem, and that will be communicated through the app. But I can set the sensor that I place by my washing machine in protect mode. And so if that detects moisture, it's going to shut off the water in my home. Again, 5-year manufacturer's warranty as well. I get a question a lot like, how many sensors can I use in my home? Our system is compatible up to 32 devices. And so if you have a snap valve controller, if you have the hub, which are needed to operate the system, there's 2 components. So if you're going to use 29 to 30 sensors, it's probably a rather large home. You're probably going to need the range extender, so that's a 3rd component. So you can scale this up to 29 sensors in a home. The range extender, which we talked about, is really just to boost the signal strength and to boost that signal strength between all of the components. Typically, the range extender is we found that it's needed in homes that are 6,000 square feet and larger. So rather large homes might need the range extender, but the typical standard home that most of us Americans live in, it's not required. What I'd like to show you now is just a short video. It takes about 1.5 minutes, I believe, and this will just show our system in work.
We have to protect our biggest investment from everything Mother Nature throws at us. But the most unexpected threats come from inside your home. Your water lines, your appliances, and your home plumbing system. It's not pretty. Priceless belongings get ruined, and cleanup costs tens of thousands of dollars. Thankfully, there's LeakSmart. Just snap LeakSmart onto your water main. No tools required. Place LeakSmart water sensors throughout your home, wherever leaks may occur. With your home protected by LeakSmart, if a sensor detects water, a signal will be sent to the LeakSmart hub, automatically shutting off the water main in 5 seconds or less. You'll also get an alert on your phone, notifying you that a leak has occurred and confirming that the LeakSmart valve has shut off your water. LeakSmart puts you in full control of your home's water system. Also, LeakSmart integrates with Nest, Google Home, and Amazon Echo. LeakSmart works 24/7 to protect your home even when the internet and power go out. And you'll save money on homeowners insurance. For 100% home protection while you're away, LeakSmart will also contact your plumber, so you don't have to worry about it ever. LeakSmart delivers peace of mind and protects what you love most. LeakSmart, the most intelligent leak and flood protection system in the world.
So that was just a short video showing the snap. Do just want to make you aware, and probably being in the custom integration market, the snap valve controller is what most of you will have an interest in. We do have also a shutoff valve, and I just want to speak to this just briefly. Same thing, works in the same way as the snap. It automatically turns off the main water line. But this is actually a cut-in, so it will require a professional installer, a plumber. It has a solid brass ball valve in there. So once the sensor communicates to the hub and the hub communicates to the sensor that moisture is detected, that ball valve will rotate and shut off the water in your home. And as I mentioned, it does require a cut-in. Same thing, has battery backup, but also has a 5-year manufacturer's warranty on it. Whereas the snap will fit on 3/4 inch and 1 inch plumbing, this particular item will work on 3/4 inches up to 2 inches. So it has a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more versatility, but the 3/4 inch and the 1 inch, which the snap works on, is the most common in homes. The cut-in, which we're talking about now, can be placed on the outside of the home. It's an indoor-outdoor solution, whereas the snap is just an indoor solution. It cannot go on the outside of the home. If you do put the cut-in on the outside of the home, it does require an enclosure box, which is properly vented to handle temperature fluctuations and extreme heat. and it's 100% waterproof. And it does, regardless of the size of your plumbing, it will fit around that as well, up to 2 inches. The app, receive notifications on this 24/7. You can be notified in text or email alerts, and it will tell you what is going on in your home. The app shown here, you see at the top, it has the green line which says the system is okay. Underneath that is the valve. That's the valve to the main water line. If you live in New York, for example, and you travel to Florida for vacation, and you leave your home and you did not shut off your water in your house, and you're sitting on the beach in Miami, and you think, you know what, I really should have turned off my water to protect my home while I'm away. In that valve section, you can manually turn on and off your main water line by opening or closing that valve. So from the beach in Miami, from the Eiffel Tower in Paris, you can hit close anywhere in the world, and it will communicate back to the snap controller or the cut-in, and it will close your main water line. Underneath there is the sensors, and you see hot water heater, kids bathroom, master bathroom. You can name each of the sensors individually. The battery icon next to it will tell you the battery life that remains in your sensor. At 20%, I believe you start to get notifications. Down to 10%, 5%, until it tells you when those batteries need to be changed. The bar icons next to the battery just tells you the signal strength. We say that if you have 1 or possibly 2 bars, a range extender may be needed, but anything over 2 bars and above, a range extender is not needed. Under the master bathroom, it says detect only sensor, so your sump pump and your attic HVAC. As I said earlier, you can set each sensor to detect or protect. These particular sensors are set to detect only, which will just notify you of a problem. If we go back to one screen, if kid's bathroom, you see the little gray arrow. If you touch that gray arrow on the line of kid's bathroom, it will take you into that particular sensor. Again, this is where you set that sensor up to protect or detect. And as I mentioned earlier, it will tell you the temperature. It has a thermostat. So within the kid's bathroom, it's 68 degrees and there's no threat of freezing. If you don't remember which particular sensor in your house you set up as kid's bathroom, you can hit identify sensor, and it will flash and it will make an audio beep so that you can quickly identify which sensor belongs in your kid's bathroom if one of your children bring it out and it gets mixed up with some of your other sensors. You can also control the alerts that you receive on our app. The low battery, on your valve, on your sensor, all these kind of things that you want to be notified on. You control which notifications you receive. The one thing that I want to point out to under valve cycling error, what the valve cycling is every 22 days, your valve will automatically close the main water line just in the middle of the night, just as a test. It will also close it automatically to make sure that any sediments, any mineral buildup is removed as the valve opens and closes. And if you have the snap, it also calibrates once again every month how much torque is needed to turn that valve. And the purpose of that is you may someone may buy this system and they may not need it for 20 years. And it just sits there for 20 years. It's insurance, it's protection for your home. But when it's needed, we want to make sure that there's no sediments built up inside of your plumbing if the cut-in is used, or that valve has not become stuck. So we want to make sure that your system is working when needed. So every 22 days, your valve will open and close automatically by the system just to make sure that it's working properly. This is going back to the screen that we started on, and it says system is okay. The other thing I just want to mention to you briefly is we also have, in addition to our whole home protection, we have a direct shutoff kit. And we have created some kits that are designed specifically for specific appliances. The ones that, I'm going to go back a screen, the ones that are shown here is for the washing machine, and the other one is for the hot water tank. So if someone doesn't want to protect their whole home, but they're fearful that their water may leak out of their washing machine or their hot water tank, we have specific systems for those appliances. No internet connection is required. It just screws into the local water line. The sensor is the gray long strip that once moisture makes contact with that, there's ball valves in those controllers, and then the ball valve just rotates. And again, 5-year manufacturer warranties. And as you can see here, there's a lot of applications and sizes, so everyone's needs are met. So just real briefly, as we start to try to wrap up here, there's various systems that we supply. One is the cut-in, professional installation required, has the 5-year warranty, and as I said, it actually cuts into your plumbing. What probably makes the most sense from a custom integration standpoint is the Pro Snap. Again, professional installation is recommended. It's not needed. As you saw in the video, it's just the release of a clamp. It sits around your plumbing, and then you tighten the controller into place, and it fits on your valve. And so I could do it, and I'm not a very handy person. 5-year warranty as well, toolless, no cut-in required. The other thing that the system can be sold as, we talked about the cut-in valve controller, and we talked about the snap. If somebody is only interested in detection only, this system will work with just the hub, the sensors, and the app. There's no protection there. It's not going to shut off your main water line, but it will notify the homeowner of water when it's detected. And then lastly, we have the specific appliance setups as well. From an integration standpoint, the video sort of spoke briefly to it, but one of the things that sets us apart from our competitors is that we have built our system to integrate with the largest systems out there, the most popular systems out there. With Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant, voice command can control the LeakSmart system. Turn off my LeakSmart system, turn on my LeakSmart system. And with the sound of your voice, the valve controller will open and close your main water line. I think the video mentioned it, that we do work with Nest. It integrates with Nest. It's compatible with Nest to protect your HVAC system. You will be prompted to turn off the Nest thermostat if a leak is detected. If you're away from home for more than 48 hours, you'll get a notification prompting you to turn off your thermostat. And then again, you're notified when a leak is detected. From a hub platform, we work with Home Depot's Wink, Lowe's Iris, and Samsung's SmartThings. Our hub is not required with these systems. So if you have a customer that their home is integrated with Wink, Iris, or SmartThings, they don't need our hub. Our system will work on the hubs with these systems. Consumer benefits, just a couple more fun facts. 76% of homeowners will experience a water leak before the 12-year mark. The thing that I continue to tell people, and I've not gotten pushback from one person yet, is either you have experienced water leaks or you know someone who has. Toilet failures on average cost $5,500 per incident after the deductible is paid, so this is not cheap. And then the cost of frozen pipes is typically 2 times the amount of that when you just have water leaks. And then the washing machine supply lines usually fell around the 8 to 9 year mark. So everyone is susceptible to leaks. Just, you know, who could use our products, right? Who could benefit from our products? And here's just a list of various consumers that could do that, and really the bottom line is everyone. Everyone can benefit from leak protection. We talked about complete home protection and being compatible with Google and Nest. And Google is obviously, Google is set up to protect, control the thermostats, to provide protection for smoke and carbon monoxide, and then they have security systems as well. The one thing that is missing for a complete home protection is water protection, and that's where LeakSmart comes into play. And with our alliance with Google, our partnership with Google, we have the abilities between the two companies to provide complete home protection to the end user. And then just real quickly, we've talked about all of these things, but why does somebody need it? Whole home protection, easy to install, you're 100% protected, you have peace of mind, you're in complete control, it integrates with other platforms in your home. The insurance discount, something we really haven't even touched on to this point. LeakSmart has an agreement with Progressive, and if somebody puts in a LeakSmart system, they get a 4 to 7% rebate through Progressive because they have a LeakSmart system. But the really cool thing is, I read a stat yesterday that annually insurance companies pay out $10 billion in water damage claims per year. It's very expensive to the insurance companies. So they are thrilled to death that water protection is being introduced to the marketplace. So you don't necessarily need a LeakSmart system to get that discount. Obviously, we want you to have a LeakSmart system, but all the insurance company is interested in is, do you have water protection in your home? And if you do have a water protection system in your home, they are becoming more and more likely to give you that 4 to 7% rebate off of your premiums. There's the progressive that I mentioned, just the cost, right, of a protected home. It's the LeakSmart system. You have a leak, you have the LeakSmart system equals a protected home. If you don't have the LeakSmart system, you have a leak, you have insurance claims, and you have the insurance deductible, and you have increased premiums. So where there is a cost to get into the LeakSmart system, there's actually a greater cost if you don't get into the system and your home experiences that leak. We talked about the insurance companies. This is a certificate of installation that LeakSmart can provide through the dealers, and you can deliver that to the homeowners, that they can take to their insurance company and say, here is proof that I have a water protection system, a LeakSmart system in my home. So that is, I feel like I sort of rushed through that. I wanted to give you a high level, but I think you get the nuts and bolts of what our system, not only what it consists of, but what it does and how it operates. So Chris, I'll turn it back over to you, and if any of our participants or attendees have questions, we'll be happy to address those.
Yeah, Gary, we got a couple questions here. I'll read them off if you want to answer them. First of all, do the extenders have a battery backup?
The extenders do not have a battery backup. Those just plug into the wall. Good question.
And then can you control two or more valves, meaning, example would be a customer has municipal water and a well for backup?
Yeah. Yes. The snap and the hub control one valve. So if you have the snap, it will only control one valve. If you, on our new hub, we do have our Hub 2.0 available. That is something that connects into the router, and with an Ethernet cord, that particular hub will control more than one valve with a cut-in. So if somebody has a situation where they need to control more than one valve, we would have to get you connected up with our Hub 2.0, which connects into the router, and you'd have to do the cut-in, and then it would control multiple valves. That's correct.
And then, which comes into the next question, with stating that it can do multiple valves, assuming this also lands with multiple valves could be, the appliance valves, where it's your washing machine, your dishwasher, those type items.
Right. Those would need, if you wanted to control those, you could still have a complete home system if you desired, but if you wanted something to control those, you would need to put in one of the specific appliances as well to control those specific valves. Those valves do shut off the water at the local. So into your washing machine, that local valve would be turned off with our specific appliance system.
And then one other question, if you could just go over quickly, how will the main hub still work if there's no internet, such as the main internet router is out and there's no battery backup?
Absolutely. If the internet and the power is down, our hub and our valve controller works off of electrical power, but when the power goes out, obviously that's not going to be a benefit. So each of those have battery backup, so the batteries then kick in, and they're still able to operate with no power. The way they're able to communicate is that they are not communicating, they're not reliant on the home's internet or the home's Wi-Fi system. They are communicating through something that's called Zigbee 3.0. It's a radio frequency wave. It's the same thing as such as like an AM/FM radio. You turn on the radio in your car, there's nothing connected to your radio to make that play. It's reading signals, frequencies in the airwaves. And that is the same thing that our components work off of. It's called Zigbee 3.0. It's just going through the airwaves, and that's about as technical, unfortunately, as I can get with it. I'm sure there's many people listening that are more knowledgeable about it than even I am. But like I said, if those AM/FM radio waves are similar to that, and so it's just floating in the air, and they communicate off Zigbee 3.0. So when the home's Wi-Fi is down and the power is out, still able to communicate, and it's still operating because it's of the battery backup.
One other question. So the hub and the switches or the main shutoff and the sensors all are on battery. The extender doesn't have a battery backup. What happens with those sensors that are outside that range and need that extender and it loses power? How does those?
That's a great question. Then we're relying on the strength of the Zigbee 3.0 system. And you know what I'm going to do, Chris? I don't believe that extender has a battery backup. But the minute we get off this call, I'm going to double check that. I don't believe it does, but I'll double check it. I'll follow up with you. And if there's a way we can confirm that, I see we have 30 attendees, then that would be great. But I will definitely follow up on that.
Definitely. Well, and one other thing, yes, there was some one person asked if this webinar has been recorded. Yes, we do record all of our webinars. We'll put them on the Capital Sales YouTube channel, as well as the PowerPoints will get put onto our internal Capital Sales website. So if you need the PowerPoint, please feel free to reach out to your account manager. We'll be happy to get you the information as needed. And then also the webinar will be on the Capital Sales YouTube channel. So you can always go back and review if you something or want to go over it a little more. So I want to thank you guys for that. Let's see here. Any other questions? But with no internet, then can't communicate to the outside world like my cell phone. So correct. Basically, the question is, with no internet, it's not going to get out to the cell phone, so you're not going to know what's happening. Yes, that obviously is correct. I'll answer that one, Gary. If the internet goes down, you can't go out and communicate to the cell phone. It will still turn off if it is set to detect mode, not just detect. It will actually automatically turn it off without, even if it can't reach out to your cell phone.
And once that power and internet comes back up, you're exactly right, Chris, the way you answer that question. And once it comes back up, you will get those notifications. There'll just be a delay.
All right. Let's see here. Is there a webinar special for this product? I don't know which product we're talking about for sure. This is the special webinar for LeakSmart as well. Question came in there saying, is there a webinar special for this product? So I think I'm not sure if you want to clarify if there's a specific. Let's see here. Oh, is there a special? Gotcha. Is there a promo price for the products that were going on through Capital Sales? That's a great question. That is an answer that I'm not positive on. Why don't you reach out to your account manager afterwards, and we can go through that as well after the webinar. Is there any other questions, guys? I know how it goes. As soon as we get off the webinar, you guys are going to have questions. If that does happen, feel free to reach out to myself, reach out to your account manager at Capital, reach out to LeakSmart. We're all here to help you guys answer any questions, go over projects, and help spec products as needed. So that's what we're all here for, and we want to make sure that you guys have all the information needed to be able to go out and do your job.
Absolutely. And Chris, before we hang up here, before we conclude, I do have a range extender in my hand, and there is no battery backup on this particular item. So all of the other components do have that battery backup. But to that question, if it's a larger home, then it would be, if the power's out, it would be relying upon the Zigbee 3.0 signal to continue communication with the power and the internet down. It will continue to do that. It's just the range extender does not have that battery capability, backup capability.
Okay. Thanks for that. And then a couple other questions to just roll in real quick. Do we have valves, washing machine hookup to the app? So if those valves hook up, and I'm assuming that they're going to go right through the hub, correct?
On the washing machine, hot water heater, there is no specific hub that's needed. There is no internet connection on those items, no internet needed, so there is no app on those specific appliances. That is changing. We are developing those now to be linked into the app, but it will probably be within the next 6 months or so. So that is a direction we are moving, but today those specific appliances will not communicate through the app, but they will eventually.
Okay. And somebody just asked again, yes, this webinar was recorded. It will be on the Capital Sales YouTube channel. Give us 24 to 48 hours, depending on how crazy the marketing is at the time. You know, sometimes it takes up 24 to 48 hours to get on to get onto our Capital Sales YouTube channel. If there's no more questions, you know, Gary, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to go over LeakSmart. We at Capital are really excited product.
I was just going to say that we're very excited to be partnering with Capital. We know there's a need for this product, and so we're happy to be partnering with you guys and look forward to success moving forward and helping the community, you know, protect their homes from leak damage.
Definitely. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you, Gary, and also thank you guys for taking time out of your day. You know, like I said, we at Capital here are all here to help you guys out. Love to talk to you guys, so feel free to reach out to us, talk to us about LeakSmart, you know, and honestly, talk to us about anything. Just feel free to reach out. We love chatting with you. And also, feel free to reach out to LeakSmart if you have any questions as well, and hop on their website, LeakSmart.com. A lot of info on their site.
A lot of information there, but I'm happy to take questions as well if somebody wants to reach out directly.
Well, if there's no more questions, I just want to thank you guys and hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you, guys.